Nathan Payne, welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today I'm going to show you guys 11 GameFi tokens that I'm taking a close look at right now and going to be following over the next weeks and months that I think have some serious potential. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we can see GameFi has been on a bit of a tear right now. I mean, this made sense. We saw Bitcoin pump, ETH, the altcoins, meme coins, play to earn always comes next, right? We know that. Anyone who went through the bull run kind of understands how this works, especially when there's a little bit of a pullback on Bitcoin. We get a lot of liquidity coming into the altcoins and then ultimately play to earn. So some that I'm paying attention to right now, Floki. A lot of people don't know that they actually have a play to earn game in a metaverse. And they also just launched a new token that is focused on tokenizing real world assets and kind of the utility of all that. So I think that could be more of why it's pumping, but it is a GameFi token after all. I mean, we can see down here just over the last week, it's gone up quite a bit. Now, if we do a max, we can see, we're nowhere close to that. So, there's an argument to be said, could Floki get back up to here? Well, if Bitcoin gets a new all-time high, it very well could. So this is one I'm definitely going to be paying close attention to. We've also got Wax. Now, Wax is one of my personal favorites. I love the Wax network for games. A lot of us at Blu Ocean Games Guild, we were involved in quite a few Wax games. It's kind of notoriously known for a lot of clickers, but no one can argue there's a lot of money to be made on Wax during the last bull run, and it just recently had a pretty nice pump. I think it was like 16%, down to 12 right now. We can kind of see here, over 14 days. In the last month, it's actually been up 45%. So kind of same thing. We take a look back here. Way back during the launch, that was kind of crazy, but you can see here during the last bull run, it got up to like 92 cents essentially, and we're sitting down here at like 5 cents. So that's a potential 20x if Wax gets back up to what it is. That's pretty crazy, right? Nothing I say here is financial advice, but I have quite a bit of Wax, and it's just something that I'm holding on to because we had to for the game guild. You had to actually use Wax to stake on the account so that you could do all the transactions. So just kind of moving along. Star Atlas is another one that I'm paying close attention to. It's gone up a little bit in the last little while. You can see 35%. I say a little bit, right? It's just because play to earn is so volatile, but that's, in my opinion, the best part about this space, right? I love the high risk, high reward aspect of play to earn. And we can start following and talking about stuff like this on the channel now because the liquidity is coming. So if we take a look here, it's still down quite a bit from where it was back during the bull run. It was up to like 19 cents. I'm not really counting out in the beginning at 23. Sitting here today, we're looking considerably low. So there's a lot of potential upside. Star Atlas is also a big AAA title. There's a lot of people heavily invested in this. So there's an argument to be said that a AAA title, when more liquidity comes in, where is it going to go? It's going to go to some of the most popular projects. So Star Atlas is one that I'm keeping a close eye on. Starlink, this is another one. And we can see, quite a while ago, it was up really high. That price is like 1's power to the 6th. But considering to today, quite a big jump. We can see it's about 100% difference. But it's gone up 780% in the last 30 days. Luvium's another one. Obviously this just has a lot of eyes on it. There's a lot of big money that's been invested in it. So same argument as Star Atlas, you could say. It got way up to, $1,700, $1,800 during the last bull run. And we're sitting at, $40 now. So same thing, that's only about 100% upside, but who wouldn't want to make a 10x, even 10% is great. When you compare crypto and the potential earnings that you can get, I like investing in play to earn tokens. There's a lot of potential upside, and we're not going to have these cheap prices for much longer if things keep going the way that they're going. It's already up 30%. Now, there's an argument to be made. Maybe right now is not a good time to be investing in these because we're getting these pumps. There's probably going to be another pullback. Maybe we want to wait for another low to get in. That's going to be up to you guys to do your own research and decide. You gotta really be strategic. You don't want to just buy into the FOMO when it comes to these, especially with play to earn. We know that's how a lot of people get wrecked in this space. You see something going parabolic, you think you need to get in, you buy at a high entry level, and then within a month, everything starts going down and liquidity exits. So you definitely have to be careful when it comes to this. But the ones that I'm showing you guys here are the ones that I'm keeping a close eye on over the next coming months. D-Race is kind of interesting because this is one I don't necessarily find it's a game that I would enjoy playing myself, but as far as the token action goes, it's been really interesting. There's a lot of real like spikes and dips that went on with D-Race. I mean, it kind of followed most other play-to-earn titles, but same thing, it was up to about $7. You know, fast forward to today, we're looking at 16 cents. That's another 100% potential upside. Will it get to that? I really don't think so, not with D-Race, but because this is one that I followed closely during the last bull run, I want to kind of just keep my eye on it as well. So maybe I'm a little biased on this one, but I'm just curious to see. Mutable X, now these guys have been doing some really awesome things lately. They have been on a little bit of a pump here, you know, 2 weeks, about 25%. They are up over the past year, 11%, but same thing, we can see Immutable X is like $8, $9. You know, fast forward to today, it's much less. Same thing, about 100% potential increase. But I like what these guys are doing. They've been building a lot during the bear market. They've actually been following through on their word. So it's really going to be great to see as more liquidity comes in, you know, how that's going to help impact Immutable X. So keeping a close eye on this. UFO gaming is another interesting one. The reason why I like this might not be for the same reason that a lot of other people do. I like these huge spikes and dips. Because if I'm trading play to earn tokens and I'm just trying to gain some liquidity or get some money, you know, I might buy here, wait till it goes up, sell a little bit, buy again during another dip, sell a little bit, wait for another dip. And I find that UFO tends to do this a lot. There's a lot of these kind of big spikes, so to speak. And actually, if we kind of go back to Max, you can see, that you guys will notice all these charts kind of look the same, right? There's this giant spike back during the bull run, and then it kind of teeters out basically to like near flat when you're looking at a maximum spectrum. But even if we go to like 90 days, 30 days, you can kind of see. But this is one that I was also following quite extensively during the last bull run. It did pretty well for me. I was just trading the token. You know, I wasn't really using it for any other reason. And there's been a lot of these spikes and dips here. So there's been some definite opportunity for buys and sells just in the last week or so. Gala is another big one that I like following. Now, there's a lot of drama going on around Gala right now with the lawsuits and all this stuff, but the truth is a lot of people have a lot of money in Gala, and it's just a big name in this space. So once again, you know, something that's popular, there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. Obviously, when liquidity does keep coming back in, they're going to generally go to these big projects first or these new kind of startup ones. Moving on to the sandbox, what I really like about Sand is you can trade it on a lot of exchanges. You can actually short and long it. There's not a lot of play to earn tokens that you can do that. Sand is one of them. So there's a lot of kind of interesting opportunities with the high volatility of Sand. I mean, we'll see little boost pumps and then dips of like 10%, 11%, 5%, 12% back and forth. There's actually a lot of money that can be made if you know how to do a little bit of trading with it. And it's just a fun token to kind of keep track of, because when you come back here, I mean, there's so much volume. Look at that, like $4 billion worth of volume at one point. We fast forward to today, we're only at 71 million. That's a huge difference in volume. It's the same thing, it's only about 100%, you know, comparatively, that it could go up to meet its all-time high again, but it has gone up for 16% in the last 2 days. And the very last one I want to cover with you guys today is ApeCoin. So everyone knows ApeCoin for the most part. I mean, this one's interesting. It has a lot of pumps and dips too. Kind of similar to UFO gaming, not as steep, but I do find this is a fun one to just kind of trade and take advantage of that here and there. Same thing, it's about 100% potential upside to the all-time high, but I mean, it's gone up 25% in the last 14 days. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to show you 11 coins that I'm keeping an eye on. I'm keeping an eye on a lot more, but these are kind of ones I want to let you guys know. I'm going to be tracking pretty closely over the next couple months. I personally have some of these. I'm going to be trading them, selling them, you know, trying to make some money to help get some liquidity for some other games that I want to play and test, because I feel like, you know, the bull run's on the horizon, and we all know what that means for play to earn. Okay, thanks as always for subscribing to the channel, and I appreciate you leaving a like. We'll see you all guys in the next video. Cheers.